What if choosing the wrong partner could affect not just your happiness, but the future of your child or children? In today's video, I want to talk about 4 qualities to look for if you are a parent and you are thinking about looking for a partner or a relationship. So the first one that I have down is somebody with emotional maturity. And why this is important is because as a family, there are ups and downs, and times can be really crazy. Children can have tantrums and all sorts. And somebody with emotional maturity is more able to stay calm during the storm, but also just help to navigate that family complexities and kind of be your rock rather than getting involved in the drama. So that for me is quite a big thing, because I've had the experience of being in relationships where somebody has found it very tough while my child was having a tantrum, and quite a long tantrum. And for me, that actually just added to my stress. So when you have somebody that's emotional mature, they don't even have to get involved or whatever, but just if they are able to maintain their balance and not be sucked into a child's drama, will help you and your child massively. So the next one I have on my list is patience. So staying calm during challenging times. And so this obviously feeds into the emotional maturity. But also it just kind of is just that little bit more of not being short-tempered, not like whatever's coming up them on the inside, to be able to hold that. If they need to kind of talk about it later, fine. But while the child is there, or children, to be able to show their patience. And this, because energy spreads. So if the children are having a tantrum and then your energy joins in, or your partner's energy joins in, it just adds to the chaos of that moment. And so being patient, and especially I personally feel that if you're a parent and you have your children all the time, and then somebody comes in every now and then, but they are not able to be patient, even though they're only there for short periods of time, or even if they're living with you and they're not able to keep their patience or have the tools to figure out and to be able to stay patient during troubling times, then actually, firstly, it's not a good role model for your child, but also again, the energy spreads, and losing your temper or getting impatient with a child, it's like, well, you're not even being patient. How can you expect a child to be patient? It's almost like expecting the child to be adhering to better kind of values or performances, or better than they can actually be. So that's another really big one. So the next on the list is kindness and empathy. So the kindness and empathy, I think, just adds to holding a safe and nurturing space, but also so in difficult times that your child knows, it's so important for children to know that they are loved during good times and bad times. And when they feel the kindness and the empathy and the understanding, it's like, imagine if you're going through a difficult time and you've been really stressed at work, and so you need to offload that, and in the offloading of that you're sounding very stressed, but then your partner to kind of get upset and annoyed with you of how you're expressing it. Well, that's the same when they're getting frustrated with a child. and not showing that kindness and empathy when the child is expressing something that's wrong. And now remember, even if a child appears that they are expressing it in an unhealthy way, they are doing the best that they can with the tools that they have. And it is our job as parents and as step parents to hold that space for them so that they feel safe to show all sides of themselves, but also so we can give them the tools to express themselves in a healthy way. If they are not feeling safe, if they are not feeling nurtured, if they are not feeling that empathy and kindness, it's going to be a lot harder for them to feel that protection, which they should, in their space. And also, if it's somebody, even if you're traveling to their place and your child is going with you, they need to feel safe. You know, safety and security is like one of the most important human needs that we all need to be able to feel. And also, just to add with this one, actually, I'll add it after the other one, but the next one is like reliability and commitment to you and your child. So the reliability and commitment to you and your child, why I feel this is very important is because when I've always felt if somebody's coming into my life when I have children, they're not just coming into my life, they are coming into our life. So they have to not just accept me, but they have to accept my child. Like, we're a package. It's not me plus my child. It's we are a package. We come together. And so there has to be the respect, the reliability and the commitment to both of us. And this one, it's so important. And just this is what I was going to share with the kindness and empathy, but also the reliability and commitment. So my past relationship, you know, it's been over a year now, and there was so much love, kindness, empathy, commitment, and understanding to not just me, but also my children. And I have 4 children, that even after a year on, this partner is so amazing that they are still in contact with my children. And they even consciously, with one of my children specifically, who's very emotionally intelligent and gets very attached emotionally to people, they actually allowed my child to set the rate of how much contact they needed. They had the understanding that because the relationship ended between us doesn't mean that that should be cut and shut down for the child. And so that's a commitment. Not even to me, but to my child. And can you imagine, as a child, they've got people coming into their lives and they don't choose who comes into their life. And if that relationship breaks down, but that person stays connected with them, it kind of will teach the child that they are special and the connection that they had was real, and that actually that they were loved and appreciated for them, not because of the parent, not because of the relationship that the parent had with the partner, but because of them. And I can't stress to you how important this is, because I've experienced it in my own life when my oldest daughter, when her dad was in a relationship, and when the relationship ended, you know, the partner cut all contact with my daughter completely, and my daughter found that so hard. And for me, it was horrible to have to see and to witness that. So when you're choosing a partner that has that genuine empathy and kindness and commitment and understanding, the consequences don't just or not necessarily even just nourished in that relationship, but if there is a relationship breakdown, that then they have that, you know, that emotional maturity to be able to step up and still be there. And I know that might be difficult for many people to get to, but just remember, as an adult, even if you have your heart broken, you are still an adult and you are able to process a lot healthier than a child is able to process. So maybe if you are going into a relationship with a partner, then you can ask them, if they don't have any children, or even if they do have any children, have they been with somebody before with children? And what was their relationship like with the children after the relationship ended, and see what they say. Personally, when I have gone into relationships, it's been one of the first things that I've stipulated, that actually if our relationship breaks down, then it's very important to me that I know that you are going to be committed to actually just seeing my child or children, because I have 4, which I've said, but seeing my children in, or just keeping that connection until they don't need it anymore. So, even one partner, it was probably like 3 years ago, I think, 2, 3, maybe even 4 years ago. Anyway, 3 or 4 years that we dated. And so initially my children might have needed to see them a little bit sooner, but now not so much. But still they bring them up. And if I was to contact him, then he would come and meet them. And that's years on. So these qualities in a partner, obviously they don't just benefit our children, they will benefit us in the relationship if somebody has that level of maturity and kindness and empathy and commitment. But also, as I said, the main thing is, if things don't necessarily go to plan, then your child is still respected and put first. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video here. Please, if there's any qualities that you feel are vital or important, then add them. This list is not, this is not it. There's so many things more that are important, but I want to try and keep it short. Anyway, so much love. Thank you so much, and so many blessings. Take care. Bye.